Call the meeting to order. Do we have a motion to approve today's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those approve, say aye.
Aye.
Do we have approve the minutes from our last meeting?
So moved.
Second?
All those approve, say aye.
Aye.
There is, let's see, no new business, no old business, but we do have certification lists. Excuse me.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I have two lists to present to you. The first is Police Corporal. The corporal rank is the first promotional rank in the Davenport Police Department. We did as we have done in the past, a 45-45-10 process, so 45% weighted for the written examination, 45% weighted at the practical assessment center, and then 10% weighted for the final interview. To get this, they had to be at least 1 year of satisfactory service at the rank of police officer first class. And then, of course, the other requirements there. But for this one, we had 22 applicants, 22 police officers that applied for this promotional process. They were all qualified. They all were invited to take the written examination, which is a 100 comprehensive question examination on U.S. Supreme Court case law and general orders, internal policies of the Davenport Police Department. At that time, 2 withdrew from the process, and 3 did not pass the written examination by a score of at least 70%. So that left us 17. They were invited to participate in the second component, which is the assessment center. At that time, 2 scored below 70%, so they were knocked out as well. So that left us 15. They were invited to the interview. 15 passed the interview. But now then we had the conundrum that Iowa law only allows a promotional list of 10, the top 10 scores. So I had to disappoint 5 individuals, unfortunately. So you have a candidate list of 10 in front of you for your perusal and consideration. Any questions on police corporal?
How many positions are we talking about?
Well, within staffing of the department, we have 26 corporal positions. Now, for this particular list, the chief is going to be going to be announcing probably 3 within the coming weeks off the list, and then probably another 3 before the end of the year.
Very good.
So there's going to be 6 that are going to be promoted off this list, at least as of right now.
Great. Thanks.
Yep.
And when you make these promotions, does that leave openings for new people?
That leaves, not necessarily, because it's police officers, the rank and file police officers, so that will, we just still have 10 to 12 openings for police officers that will backfill that as well. Yeah.
Do we have enough applicants to fill them?
We're getting there.
No.
Yeah, if you heard me before talk about police officer, it's difficult, but we're chipping away. Yeah, thank you, good question. And then the stats on that one. So the next, police sergeant, which is the next rank in the Davenport Police. We did the same process of 45-45-10. To be qualified to test for this rank of sergeant, you had to be a police corporal for at least 1 year. So for this one, we had 7 current corporals apply for this. 1 did not pass the written examination, so that left us with 6. That went on to the second component, the assessment center. 1 did not pass the assessment center, so that left us with 5, who were then interviewed. All 5 interviewed and passed, and we have 5 on the list for your consideration. And within the coming weeks, 1 will be promoted to the rank of sergeant by the chief.
What is involved in the assessment center?
So it's a 2-prong. It's 2 components. The first is a personal qualifications presentation that they present. So the panel of assessors was the 3 lieutenants from our patrol division and our internal affairs, or 2 from the patrol division, 1 from internal affairs, presenting their personal qualifications and their experiences and their training to those lieutenants. And then the second component was a written scenario component. They were given 3 written scenarios and asked to how would you respond to this as either a police corporal or a police sergeant if this was your shift and you were in charge. and they have to do a comprehensive, detailed draft summary of how they would respond. And then that was reviewed and scored by the 3 captains. So pretty comprehensive. It's a big component of this. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, Ms. Zamora.
Okay, I'm looking at the corporal and the sergeant list, and I find only 2 females on both lists and only 1 non-white.
Yes.
What are we doing about that?
Encouraging our current female police officer rank and file staff to consider promoting within the department. The earlier stages, even police officer, as you know, brought many lists before you, and they've been devoid of gender diversity. So I'm really struggling. But it's not just Davenport. I'm hearing other departments are also hearing or having difficulty attracting females to this profession. So that's really where we need to start. We need to get more police officers, females as police officers, so that they can begin to rise the ranks. But in the past, we've had officers that have initially applied, but based on their family obligations, they've had to withdraw. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of balancing acts.
How about non-white?
Non-white, we did lose, I know, within the sergeant rank. One of our corporals did not pass the assessment center. So he will be encouraged and coached, if he desires to then go through the next process, and definitely we'll set them up for success the best we can. Yeah, but yeah, I echo your concerns. Yeah, thanks.
Thank
You had mentioned some family situations, why they wouldn't want a promotion. Is there a difference in scheduling between?
A lot of times there is. You're within the union, you're still within the union, so if you become a corporal or a sergeant, you're promoted to that. A lot of times you become the low person on that matrix. So you don't lose seniority as far as your time with the department, but you go back to ground zero when it comes, you're now the very junior corporal or you're the junior sergeant. So then you are then essentially have to go where the needs are. So it could be a change in shift, change in unit, department, yep. So that's some consideration
So
as
just
well.
When the promotion comes, it's like you start over with your seniority for the position.
For that rank of promotion, yep.
Okay.
You sure do. Yeah. So, good question.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will turn it over to Gina.
So the first list I have for certification today is our collection system project manager. It is a promotional position in the capital management division of Public Works, and our written exam was weighted at 100%. So applicants need to have a bachelor's degree with a degree in engineering, project management, or closely related technical field, 7 years of responsible experience in the field of engineering, construction, public works, or program management, including 2 years of complex project management experience, and then have a valid driver's license. For this position, we had 1 applicant. That applicant was qualified, passed the written exam, and is on the list to be certified.
Just a question on the title, Collection System Project Manager. Okay, your description certainly is project manager, but collection system almost sounds like garbage.
Maybe that's how they
Sewer
view it.
system, actually. It is our sewer system. Yep. If you have any additional questions, I can also bring Clay up.
Collection is because they're going to be working in the sewer system.
Correct. So Clay Mayer, I'm the Assistant Public Works Director. So the way we title it is our collection system is both the sanitary and stormwater conveyance system. So that's both, let's say when you flush your toilet, so the waste comes down, or when rainwater gets into the intakes, it goes through what we like to say the gray infrastructure, all of our piping underneath the ground. That's part of it, and then it flows all the way down to our treatment facility. We consider that, it's multi-phase, but we consider that part of the quote-unquote collection system. So this person is going to be heavily focused in our sewer, just particularly sewer project planning and then management of those projects, particularly because we are under a DNR consent decree to remove unnecessary water from getting into that collection system, because that then creates backups in people's homes and businesses, which we want to eliminate.
Okay, I guess an unrelated question was the treatment plant able to continue to function during the flood?
Correct, yes.
We never had to just dump the sewage.
We were able to both have our primary and secondary treatment processes go through. One of the things, take a moment, is what that we were able to do is as we remove unnecessary water that gets into the collection system, we then make sure on the back end side is the plant that we're able to keep the plant moving so we don't have to bypass pump into the river. So one project in particular, the 1930s project, it was shutting down sections of River Drive for a couple of years, if you guys recall. That was about a $10.5 million sewer disconnection project. That actually was able to take that unnecessary river water from getting into the plant so we can continue to process at the loads that we have.
Okay. Thank you.
Sarah, plumbing is life, isn't it? We're talking about old houses and plumbing.
So next we have our mechanic position. It's an entry-level position in the Fleet Division of Public Works, and our written exam was weighted at 100%. So applicants need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, have 1 year of training or experience in automotive repair, and possess a valid driver's license, but be able to obtain their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement within 90 days or higher, and then again, be able to possess their own personal tools. We had 6 applicants. 3 candidates were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 did not show. 1 scored below 70%, leaving us with 1 applicant that did pass and is on the list to be certified today.
Now, this is an outside hire.
This would be an outside hire, yes, since it's entry level. Okay. Next, we have our packer driver loader position. Again, it's entry level position in our Solid Waste Division of Public Works, and we had a 30-70 split. Applicants need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, 1 year of experience operating solid waste collection vehicles or equipment or related automotive equipment. Collection experience is preferred, or again, equivalent combination of training and experience. Applicants do need to have a Class B CDL with air brake endorsement. We had 21 applicants. 12 were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 withdrew, 7 did not show. So 4 candidates passed the written exam and invited to the interview. All 4 candidates that interviewed did pass. 3 candidates passed the background check, 1 did not, leaving us with 3 candidates on the list to be certified. And then we have our stats.
What would cause a person to not pass the background check?
Sure. It could be a change in driving status, in their driver's license status, especially since they do need a CDL for this position.
Okay.
But there are multiple reasons that an applicant may not pass due to their driving record as well.
Okay.
Next, we have our park supervisor. It is a promotional position in the Parks and Recreation Department, and we did have a 30-70 split. Applicants need an associate's degree in recreation, turf management, natural resources, or closely related field. And then obtain their Iowa pesticide applicator certification within 1 year of appointment, and obtain their certified pool operator certification within 1 year of appointment, and have a valid driver's license and maintain that throughout the duration of employment. We had 6 applicants. 5 were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 withdrew. 4 candidates passed the written exam and were invited to the interview. 2 did score below 70% in that interview, leaving us with 2 that are on the list to be certified. And our stats. Next is our sewer maintenance worker, promotional position in the sewer division of Public Works, and the written exam was weighted at 100%. Applicants need a high school diploma or GED equivalent, have 1 year of experience as a general laborer, possess their Class B CDL with air brake endorsement, and then obtain their tanker endorsement within 6 months of appointment. We had 4 applicants. 3 were qualified and invited to the written exam. 1 scored below 70%, leaving us with 2 that passed the written exam and are on the list to be certified. And our stats. Yes.
Same comment as before, I noticed that all these are men.
Sure, you are correct. Again, this is a promotional position, so it starts from the labor position, and we are actually bringing in more females at that labor position. So hopefully in the future, we'll be able to see those female labor candidates apply for those promotional positions as well.
I see one is, there's quite a variation in the ages of these two. How does, excuse me, can't talk. How does the city take care of, you know, we have such a various age difference?
And when you say take care of that age difference,
Do some ages get more consideration than others, or?
no, we would consider everybody the same. Yep, is how we would do it.
Okay.
These are all internal candidates?
For this position, yes. Yep, they're all internal. Yes. Any other questions? Okay.
Okay, so we want to make a motion to accept all of those?
No, I'm just gonna stick it full on.
What's that?
We're just gonna sit here and think about it. Do I have a motion to?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 So you have an easy time writing up who
Meeting
did what this
adjourned.
time.